Hi, my name is Nate McCullough on behalf of ExpertVillage.com. In this clip, we're going to talk about some of the possible problems you can have with a strut mount. This one I have here in my hands is your typical rear suspension strut mount. There's not much that can go wrong with these. It is a few steel castings with some rubber molding between it. Rubber molding allows it to be slightly flexible. Just as you drive the vehicle and go over bumps, there are some forces that the suspension takes that aren't compensated for in the design and function of the suspension angles. This flexibility built into the strut mount will compensate for that. Now, over time, the rubber molding on the inside, just from flexing over and over again, will tear apart. It can also rust apart. If you live in a salt belt part of the country, up here in Michigan where I'm from, it's not uncommon to see these bolts rust right off or the inside of the strut mount rust completely in half. That's for the rear. Now in the front, you can have the same type of failures that you can in the rear. However, being that there is a bearing built into the front strut right about here, which allows the wheels to turn, those bearings can degrade over time. Salt, corrosion, moisture, lack of proper lubrication will cause these bearings to turn into squares and not marbles anymore. That'll give you a condition called memory steer. You turn the vehicle and the power steering will overcome the resistance in those bad bearings. However, when you let go of the steering wheel, it's not going to want to return back to center the way it naturally does. You'll actually have to drive it back to center. That's another problem you can have, which is isolated only to the front upper strut mounts, or bearing plates as they're called.